There's this the little fan thing in the back of my brain. It's like, yay! And I'm like, shut up, you're dead. Dead, I say.
Let's do the guy with the dark hair, red shirt, black thing.
Oh, yeah, well, I think that's why because he's had his arm died for a while. So.
Oh, okay.
There's actually a review I was hoping you guys might do. It's series of Jane Silent Bob.
What, movie or a show? Or?
Like the...
Wait, no, it's no. So
Yeah. No. I mean, some stuff's not rippable, you know? Like, I think I'm not saying there's a type, because a lot of times, like, for me, just because my formula changes so much, like, I'll be like, there's no way I'm doing this thing, movie, TV show, whatever, and then I'll come back and, like, I'll come up with a thesis for it, like, and then, you know. So, it doesn't necessarily matter if I can get a joke out of it or not, but I can't imagine Jay and Silent Bob is just too self-conscious. So, like, comedy is the hardest to, unless it's a really bad comedy.
Even really bad, it has to be a very specific kind of bad comedy, because there's only so many times you can say that's not funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to find ways of making fun of how something is not funny, because you're making something that's not funny, funny. And it's easier to make something that's not supposed to be funny, funny when it's already sort of naturally funny. You know, but not intending to. So comedies are very tricky. Those are hard ones.
We usually do it.
Your actual opinion on the movies, just out of curiosity.
I don't really know.
I like Clerks, I like Chasing Amy. The parts of
I like
Dogma.
Dogma.
Parts of Dogma.
Dogma's awesome.
It's oddly enough a little too preachy for me, though. But there's parts of it I like. But that's about it. I don't get too much into the other stuff. So, not big. Let's see. See if there's anyone in there.
Well, going like that, what's the process you go through to actually choose what you're going to review?
That's a good question. For me, it sort of makes just what people recommend mixed with what I remember. Yeah, actually, that's basically that. I mean, a lot of stuff I would never review unless just a million people were giving it. Like, I wouldn't have watched The Room unless a million people were like, you gotta do The Room, you gotta do The Room, you know, so it's really just a mix of that. It has to be something I'm somewhat familiar with, or at the very least, I can take just going in. Like The Room, you can go in and you can get it. You can see why it's funny. But if it's a show like, you know, My Little Pony or something like that, where it's like just, I did grow up with it, I'm probably going to represent it or get it, or I'm going to miss a lot of stuff, you know, something like that.
I think it's different for me because I stopped taking requests a long time ago. Because a lot of times I'd take a request and I wouldn't feel up to par in terms of knowing the source material. So it's like, especially if it's a TV show, if I didn't know, it's like I will never do Rainbow Bright for that reason.
Oh Lord.
Sorry. But like, it really kind of depends on do I have anything to say about it, which is, you know, like if I start with, I can say something about this, I can make this into something. So that's like that's why I'll tend to do more essay style stuff and topic stuff more than like actual movies now, just because I find that easier to write.
Let's do. I don't think I heard from White Shirt.
Yeah, it's me?
Yeah.
You guys have been to a lot of conventions, no doubt, in the past few years. Well, this is a question to both of you. You probably have met other guests, like celebrities at conventions. Which ones really stand out to you, and which ones you're really excited to meet?
For me, it's always, oddly enough, it's the ones that I know nothing about going in. You know, Ego Raptor, I knew nothing about. Eric Vale, I didn't know anything about, or Kylie Bear, you know. And there's something nice about going in, and they usually don't know much about me either, so we just chat about anything. You know, you just see who's the most social one. We don't talk about work, really. We just talk about whatever. We just sort of shoot the shit. And you can usually, and oddly enough, the people that I do know, you know, going in, or I know this person did this voice for something else, for whatever reason, I find I can't usually carry out much of a conversation with them, or maybe just, I mean, it could just be coincidence. We just never had anything to talk about. But usually, like I said, it's very strange, but a lot of the people I don't know going in, I usually get along with the best. And you've gone to school with like a couple celebrities too, right?
John Goodman's daughter.
What?
I don't know. She was an undergrad. I didn't really know her.
No, but you were just saying, like, you know, everyone just be walking out the door and just like, oh, hey, Haley Joel.
Oh, yeah, NYU, duh. I was like, USC, no. NYU, yeah. Like, I went to school with, like, the Olsen twins and Haley Joel Osment and Meryl Wilson, who was Matilda. But I didn't know them. Like,
And from Thomas the Tank Engine, thank you.
Oh, yeah. No, I like it because, like, my former roommate actually knew her, and sometimes I'm like, I wonder if I could track her down.
I would like to see them.
You already swore off Matilda, which leaves it wide open for me. And I was like,
You don't know what you're getting yourself.
no, I was like, I wonder if I
They will
could.
kill you.
They don't like me.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But like, it's a, I think kind of, I don't want to say who cares more about what people think, but I think I care less about offending people. Let's put it, it's not that I don't care, it's like, but if I have an opinion and I'm like, God, I'm going to say it, you know, I'll say it. But with Matilda, well, I think the idea that I could get Meryl Wilson is interesting, but I haven't actually tried. It's just an idea I've been flirting with people to have connections.
Well, and the thing, too, that's important to keep in mind is that, I mean, there is some truth to that. I do, you know, care about what...
He apologizes for things.
No, that's true. No, but it's only for something if it's like, nah, I should have watched that. I should have been more aware of something.
Yeah.
But there's things like, you know, the Moulin Rouge nobody wanted me to do, or Ponyo nobody wanted me to do. So it's like, no, I'm really confident about it. I can get something good out of this.
I think people have this idea that if you announce something, I mean, I maybe you get it more than me because you tend to be like, well, not negative but like, you know, the formula is like, I'm angry, and where mine will be more essay style. Although I'd say our negativity rating is about the same. But it does kind of bug me when people are like, you can't review that, I love that. I was like, well, I didn't say anything bad about it yet,
Yeah,
damn
we
it.
didn't talk about it yet.
Like, I think I said I might do something about the My Little Pony fandom, and I remember people on forums started flipping their shit. Like, I just know she's gonna be mean. I'm like, well, now I am.
We won't take personally.
Yeah.
What do you think about movies like Titanic being re-released in 3D recently?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is not a new thing. Like, movies got re-released all the time. Just now it's in 3D, and I think after 3D hopefully wanes soon,
Yeah.
you know, they'll keep doing it. Because, you know, Titanic was an important movie. If I had money to waste, I'd go see it again. It's a good movie to see.
It's definitely a big
It's a good theater movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with actually Lion King. Like when I heard that, I'm actually sort of kicking myself I didn't see that on the big screen. It's like there's few
The 3D
movies,
yeah,
kicking
but it's
myself,
still
I
really
didn't
good.
see
there's few movies that you think of where when you think of seeing it, you see it on the big screen. You know, and Lion King I've seen much more on VHS and DVD and stuff like that. The small screen, but still, when I think of it on the big screen.
Yeah.
So there are some films that definitely need to be.
It still give me little chills. Pretty sure.
Does everybody have your opinion on the remake of the Ninja Turtles?
Oh my god, dear.
Fuck you, Michael
People
Bay!
know if
Yes.
you haven't seen my video.
Fuck you without me.
I'm hyped to see how he fucks that up.
I feel like I'm the only person that do not care. I feel like it's just I'm where you're hyped, I'm indifferent. I'm like, what do you people expect? This is Michael Bay. Like, of course he's gonna fuck it up.
Tumor of childhood.
You know,
Yes.
he was a huge, you know, Ninja Turtle-holic, you know, just loved it growing up, you know, and even now it's like, you know, I still like, I have a soft spot for it, but I'm like, just say the title, people, it's stupid.
Yeah!
That's why
I love it, but it's dumb, it's nostalgia, and even if they make it better, or they give it a better story, and you still gotta say that title. You know, so it's always going to be that way, but I mean,
it was not soaking in integrity.
Yeah, I was looking at like, they have the perfect formula, and you ruined it. No, it wasn't dumb. You know, I mean, and I love it, but it's dumb. So when I hear they're, you know, like they're breaking apart, well, first of all, you always have the original, no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with Lucas doing the Star Wars thing. You know, if he wants to change it, fine. As long as the original, you can still get it, and you can.
And it was hard for a while.
That's when I was like, dude, come on, you gotta at least release the original. And when he did, it's like,
Well, I don't know. Like, I might kind of disagree because I'll get like post-traumatic stress with certain franchises that I will hate